Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem El Shai Bashem Rakah Kodash. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. And I'm going to entitle this video, Response, Dream, War in the Spirit. The Most High is only dealing with the elect. So this is the video that was put up by GMS South Carolina 08, which is the elder Manat Zakba. It's a short video that he had a dream, and I watched up to 10 minutes. It's a 15-minute video, but right about here, I kind of wanted to do a video, so I was kind of going through things. What I did was, we're familiar with the scriptures on the elect, so what I did was I just went to the scriptures and I just put in, okay, right here on this tab, I put in the elect, then I put in elect. It says elect occurs 17 times in 17 verses. The and elect, you're going to come up with the word the. So, well, it says 14 verses. It says 17 verses here. So anyway, the dream was about him going to a particular church, and I'm tell you in a nutshell, and he asked people in the church who are the elect, and it was all kind of distractions. The pastor didn't want to answer, and I remember when I first came to this in the truth, I used to go to churches, and they used to get nervous. You go out and the way you pull out the scriptures and you hit this precept and that precept. I'm talking about black churches. The one church I went to in Brooklyn, the pastor saw me come in. I believe I had a couple other brothers with me. This is like my first, 6 months in the truth or whatever. I was doing a lot of things on my own, and going out doing the work. And the pastor actually hid. He kind of ducked behind the pulpit. I said, first of all, he didn't even know who I was. Then it was me and some other brothers, Ariala, Barak, I believe, Elder Barak, the HODC, Ariala, which he's in the spiritual realm, and there was a couple other brothers back then. We used to actually go into churches, and they would all get they would all get defensive. In this one church we went into, was a man of I guess he was in his 50s, but his congregation was like women, and they were good-looking women in there. There wasn't too many of them. It was like a night service, and he kicked us out the church. He said, you're not gonna take my congregation from me, because they were women. He was probably getting with some of them women, and women. The Most High is not dealing with women. You have certain women that have woke up to this, that come on and comment, boy, well, that's a beautiful thing. Count it a blessing that the Most High woke your behinds up. But the main focus is on the men of Israel, which are the elect. If you're not one of the elect, you're not going to get this. Anyway, I was listening to Melchizedek. He's a older brother, that he's part of the NOI. So it was a question and answer, and he spoke about us. They mentioned in certain videos about the Hebrew Israelites, and he said, them spirits working with them guys, and whatever he said. This was years ago, but anyway, he's talking. The guy's asking him questions. Then he goes into he opens up with Allah, the merciful, the magnificent, whatever. Then he says, he actually says this, which I knew. He said that Allah, which is God, came down in human form as Master Farad Muhammad. And Master Farad Muhammad, they say when you look him up, the guy that looked like Robert De Niro, I would say. Like if they made a movie of him, they can get Robert De Niro, young Robert De Niro, to play him. So he looked like an Edomite. Now, when you do research on Farad Muhammad or Master Farad Muhammad, he either came from Finland or Sweden, one of those European countries, which suggests that he's, European. He does not look like a so-called black man. He can go into a KKK meeting and they'll hand him a hood. He don't look nothing like a. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? In case y'all never saw him. Anyway, he said that that's actually Allah. Allah in the heavens, as they believe, Allah. He said that that's Allah coming in the flesh. And Master Farad Muhammad is the God of the whole planet and the universe. And that there's only one messenger, that's Elijah Muhammad. Let me do this. Give me a second here. History. Anyway, let me let this come up. Let me go to, where am I? Let me do this. Okay. Master Farad Muhammad. Let me do it this way. Master Fard Muhammad. Okay, let me do it this way. Okay, so this is him right here. See? Compare, if they made a movie, got a young Robert De Niro, he can play Farad Muhammad. Got the straight hair, got an Arab. He kind of looks Italian. Compared for an Irishman, Italian or whatever. Let me do this. Okay, kind of look like could pass for like an Al Capone. No, what's the other one? Luciano, Lucky Luciano. He could pass for him. Look like a mobster, Italian mobster. Okay, I believe this is he was in a system. So they grabbed, and white man grabbed Dollar up and locked his ass up. See, Jake is gullible, man. You can tell him anything. As long as you package it right. Even Elijah Muhammad said that in the movie X. He said you can give the people water and they'll drink it, whether it's dirty water or not. They'll drink it, which is true. A lot of people are deceived. Let me do this. Wallace Farad Muhammad, also known as Wallace D. Fard of Master Fard Muhammad, was the founder of the Nation of Islam. So it was founded by someone that looks like a white man. Like I said, he can go to the KKK meeting. Was the founder of the Nation of Islam. He arrived in Detroit, 1930, with an ambitious background and several aliases, many different names, and taught an ideology theocratic form of what he considered Islam to members of the city's black population. Said he disappeared in 1934. Let me do this. He was a clothing peddler, Bible study leader at house churches. In the early stages of his ministry, Fard used the Bible as his textbooks, not the Quran. Since it was, and I'm gonna get back into the main subject. Since it was the only religious book with which the majority of the audience were familiar, and then when you watch Louis Farrakhan, he'll open up with the Allah and this, that, and the third, and then he'll go right into the scriptures. Very rarely, if you can catch him quoting the scripture from the Quran, you're good. Every scripture that he quotes, he goes into prophetically. He goes into the scriptures, which the scriptures contradict what the Quran says. Bowen similarly argues the early Nation in Islam minister regularly referenced passages from the Bible to prove their claims. Fard's successor, Elijah Muhammad, would later claim Fard knew the Bible better than any of the Christian-bred Negroes. Yeah, but I thought the holy book of Allah was the Quran. Lomax wrote that Fard, as well versed in the Bible, used it as a textbook and taught it in the style of a Southern Baptist preacher. Bynum writes that with growing prestige over a constantly increasing group. So Jake, he got Jake. He looked like an Edomite, and went around Jake, and Jake just followed him. And then to this day, and that's why the main subject I'm dealing with is the elect. Scripture says if it were possible, they will deceive the very elect. So the elect will not be deceived. Become bolder in the denunciation of white people, which he looked like a white man. He would be classified as a fucking white man, and began to attack the teachings of the Bible in such a way as to shock his hearers and bring them to an emotional crisis. He's fucking with Jake. Fard taught a form of black exceptionalism and South pride to poor Southern blacks during the Great. Give me a second. What? That's if it's open. All right, bye. Later. All right. Yeah, forgive me for that. Forgive me for that. So this right here is the history right here. The so-called white man said he was Allah, hit you with precepts and scriptures. Let me do this. Let me do this here. Let me do it this way. try this one now. Okay, because I believe he was part of setting up the Moors. Okay, let me do it this way. The Moors in America. Moorish Science Temple of America. Moorish Science Temple of America. Organized, founded by Noble Drew Ali, 20th century. He based it on the premise that African Americans are descendants of Moabites. Moabite, you don't want to be a Moabite. So anytime you deal with a Moor, you ask them, where is the Moors mentioned in the Bible? This is how you trap them. Oh, we're the Moabites. Then you go to the scriptures on the Moabites, and it doesn't end good for the Moabites. Matter of fact, they are sworn enemies, and they're going into captivity, and they're going to be destroyed. And that's why you don't conversate with no Moors. And thus are Moorish by nationality, and Islamic by faith. Okay, so he came on the scene before Fard Muhammad. Okay, let's look at this. Moorish sovereign citizen. Okay, out in the Southern Poverty Law Center. So you know what that means. These are a bunch of small hats with an organization that comes against us, comes against the so-called white supremacists, the Christian identity movement, and the Moors. What to know about the rise of the Moors? So all that bullshit about the First Amendment, the right of freedom of religion is bullshit. Because if you're a particular religion that they don't like, spiritual, they're gonna send spies and try to set your ass up. The Moorish Sovereign Citizens Movement is a collective of independent organizations and lone individuals who emerged in the 1990s as an offshoot of the anti-government sovereign citizens. They're not right. They're against the government. They're the bad guys. Adherents of which believe that individual citizens hold sovereignty over and are independent of the authority of federal and state government, which that's what the founding fathers was all about. So the founding fathers, if they were black, they would be Moors. And these small hats, they're good at taking anything that you do good, and if they want to make you look bad, they'll make you look like the bad guys. Oh, this is pretty good. Anyway, so let's come back to this. So we're not Moors, we're not Arabs, we're not Mohammedans. People that follow Islam. Any Jake that follow Islam to this day, the masses of people that follow Farrakhan, they're lost. They don't know what's going on. None of them are part of the elect, unless they come out of it. Unless the Most High pulls them out of it. Let's deal with any so-called religion or group, black consciousness, they're all lost. And the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, is messing with Sarnetta, the slave from Egypt. Inside joke. The Most High give him a little something. You're a Hebrew. Oh, you're not a Hebrew. Got to go against the grape in the Bible. No, you don't have to, because Nepal told you different. And if Nepal, the Shazar never put him to the side, he would have still been against it. So he's following a woman, okay? And he's, like I said, anybody that's not an Israelite, and really, you got to be a former One Wester. And if you really want to get down, you got to be a member of GMS or teach like GMS, because IUIC ain't teaching the whole truth. We were listening to the Bishop Nathaniel, and he was going into Alexander, and he said Alexander died of syphilis. So you know what we did? We looked it up. What did Alexander die of? Now, one suggestion is that he died of syphilis. They said that he died of alcohol poisoning when you drink too much alcohol. That his liver got messed up or something like that, cirrhosis of the liver, and it kind of caught up to him. So he had it when he was young because he probably was under a lot of stress. So for you to say he died of syphilis, you know, where'd you get that from? Because certain scholars say he died of syphilis, he died of, it suggests, it makes sense that he died of alcohol poisoning, meaning too much alcohol in the system. Too much, what gets destroyed in you is the liver. And you get that big nose. And alcoholics, they get that big nose. That's a sign of cirrhosis of the liver. Anyway, I'm a little all over the place. So let me get back into the subject. So no matter what group, what Christian, whatever group come up against us, we already know how to deal with them, man. Chop them up. So watch this video. This is a short video, 15 minutes long, not even 16 minutes long. Like right here, Saved by Grace Ministry. You know that this guy's the fool. He's a damn fool. Christians are easy work. Easy work. So now let me just go into some precepts and then I'm going to close. So I put in the elect, Mark 13 verse 22. For false, now the word there is Messiah. For false messiahs and false prophets shall rise and shall show signs and wonders to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect. The elect will not be seduced. If you're part of IUIC and you're one of the elect, you're going to leave the IUIC. Now, are they elect there? I hope so. I hope so. But I'll tell you one thing. They don't know the whole scripture, and they go off on a lot of things. I'll give you an example. They teach that the lake of fire is hell that you burn forever. And them videos are still up. But the last video that Bishop Nate did, and I did a video on it, go back about a month into my videos. He was on a show in South Africa, a sister podcast. I forget her name. And that video's still up of her video. And he spoke about the lake of fire, and he said, "Oh, it's America on fire by the missiles." He didn't say nothing about it, hell being, but they still currently have a bunch of videos teaching that goes maybe 6 months back, 2 years back, 4 years back, teaching that that the lake of fire is the actual hell that you burn in. So that's showing you that they're really not organized. It said, so why would you, if you found out you went off on something and you had previous videos of that, you would have somebody search out all them videos to cut all them videos. And you ain't got no videos up of Cornelius being an Edomite. It says Colossians 3 verse 12, put on therefore as the elect of the Most High. Who's the elect of the Most High? The elect, first of all, the elect are all the Israelites. All Israel shall be saved, right? All Israel shall be saved. So none of them going to burn no fucking lake of fire. Now, the Israelites that are not right with the Most High, they're going to burn in America, which is the lake of fire, but they're going to come back. There's no spiritual hell. And Elder Gazak, or High Priest Gazak, is teaching that, showing you that the Most High is not dealing with him. What's his brother died? Tazadakia, he was teaching that. He was teaching a Roman Catholic doctrine. And what did the Most High ultimately do to him? On April 1st, I believe it was 2020, if I'm not mistaken, took him out. And that school is a very pretty much a church. But the people that are still following them, they're not of the elect. And a lot of them that woke up and left out of it, they're not of the elect, because when you leave out of it, you're supposed to continue to teach. Continue to teach. Put on, therefore, as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. Talking about Israelites. I charge thee, 1 Timothy 5, verse 21, I charge thee before the Most High and the Lord, Yahushai, Hamashiach, and the elect angels. You have the angels in the heavens, and you have angels. We're angels in bodies. When it speaks about the chains of darkness, that's us. We're angels in bodies. That thou observe these things without preferring one before another, doing nothing by partiality. That's why we say we've got 100% truth. 2 John 1 verse 1, the elder unto the elect lady and her children. So the elect are men, women, and children. Isaiah 42 verse 1, behold my servant whom I have uphold, mine elect is Yahushai, in whom my soul delight, which also represent us. I have put my spirit upon him. Just like the Most High the Lord put the spirit upon us, he shall bring forth judgment to the what? To the Gentiles. Who are the Gentiles? The Israelites that are scattered abroad, not knowing that they're Israelites. Isaiah 65 verse 22, they shall not build and another inhabit. What precept should come to mind? Daniel 2, around about the 40th verse. It said, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. It's going to be left to Israel. Daniel 7, 18 on down to 25th. You can read that whole chapter. It says, and the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom. Who are the saints of the Most High? Psalms 147 and 148, around about the 13, 14 verse. Psalms 50 and 5. Gather my saints to me, them that made a covenant by sacrifice. Who made the covenant with the Lord by sacrifice? Who was given the covenant? The Israelites. They shall not plant and another eat, for as the days of a tree are the days of my people. Who are the Most High's people? The Israelites. And mine elect, the Israelites, shall long enjoy the work of their hands, meaning in the kingdom. In the kingdom. Isaiah 45 verse 4, for Jacob my servant's sake and Israel mine elect. Because all of us ultimately are the elect. There's an elect within the elect. I have even called thee by thy name, Israel. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. So when we go out there, we tell the people that they're Israelites, but they're not accepting the name. You shall leave your name my name as a curse upon my chosen. Let me do this. Okay, let me see. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. I'm almost positive it's Isaiah 65, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if I'm correct. Yep, Isaiah 65:15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord Yahweh shall slay thee and call his servant by another name. And the Most High is not giving us another name. of fact, let me come back. Let me come back. A rebellious people. I am like what Jake does when you tell them the Israelites. They say we ain't Israelites. We're Muslim. We're Moors. We're Moabites. We're Kemetic. I am sought of them that asked not for me. I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me unto a nation that was not called by my name, because the Most High took the name from you. You didn't know his name, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai's name. So in the place where it was said, ye are not my people, there it shall be said that you are the sons of the living power, meaning you're the Israelites. The place is right over here in America. Let's come back over here. Read a couple more. For there shall arise false messiahs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders. This is what this guy did, Jim Jones. He showed Jake in the hood great signs and wonders, great works. He was a good man. He's a good white man. Who followed him? 99% of the people that followed him were black women. A lot of black women that had husbands said, "Nah, I ain't with this bullshit," and left their wives. So your woman, she has well, not even secret, it's open love for this so-called white man. So they're not going to make it. And so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. See, you got people that are deceived by Bishop Nate, with various different things that he teaches, which includes not just him, which includes the charagma. People believing that the charagma, the new moon is a full moon. That's deception right there. The Friday sundown, the new moon is a full moon. The Friday sundown, the Saturday sundown, that's deception. All right. Matthew 24:31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of the trumpet, and they shall gather to. That goes hand in hand with 1 Corinthians 15, around about the 50th verse on down. The last trump, we're going to be changed. His elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to another. The main deliverance is going to be right here in America. The salvation is going to come out of here in America. But if the elect are scattered, which they are throughout different parts of the earth, the ship is going to come and deliver them too. Here it is again. It says the same thing as Matthew 24. Who shall lay any charge to the who shall lay anything to the charge of the elect? Paul, a servant of the Most High, an apostle of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, according to the faith of the Most High's elect and the acknowledging of the truth, which is after godliness. Everything Paul said was gospel. 1 Peter 1 verse 2, elect according to the foreknowledge of the Most High. We were here before in another life, bringing all things to your remembrance. Father, through the, and you can't help it. You can't leave this if you wanted to leave this. Like going back to Jeremiah, going back to Jonah. Jonah didn't want to do it. The Most High gave him an attitude adjustment. All right? Most High gave Jeremiah an attitude adjustment. There's never been a time that I wanted to leave this. I don't want to do this no more. If you think like that and you go your way and you're one of the elect, the Most High going to do something to bring your ass right back. Elect according to the foreknowledge. That's why when we see the Kemetic community, the Christianity, all these groups, we got that full confidence that they can't say nothing to make us fall from this thing. Like vocab. Vocab, just give it up, man. Why don't you go after Buddhists or something like that? Stop messing with the Israelites. Ain't no Israelite gonna follow you, man. And anyone that does, and there are a couple of them that went right, left Israel, threw Israel in the threw the whole concept of Israel in the garbage, and they ran right to their master, Vocab Malone. And guess what? They're gone out of their damn mind. They don't even acknowledge that they're Israelites anymore. They're just Christians. And so you went right back from where you started. Dog going back to his vomit. Elect according to the foreknowledge of the Most High the Father through sanctification, cleaning of the spirit, unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahweh HaMashiach, grace unto you and peace be multiplied. Any of you niggas that went back into the world, you're gonna take that chip and you're gonna get destroyed, and you're gonna stay in America. If you had any sense, you say, "Well, let me go to Africa. The missiles ain't gonna hit Africa." Well, the Most High ain't gonna put it in your head, you know. Uh, um, he's not gonna put it in your head for that, cause you're thinking, well, ain't no missiles coming. This ain't Babylon. The white man is not Esau. We ain't Israelites. See, if you say you're not an Israelite, then you got to say the white man is not Esau. Wherefore also it is contained in the scriptures, behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect, precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded. That's Yahweh Shai. Behold, I come in a volume of the book. That's why it says contained in the scriptures. Oh, that's the white man's book. Oh, really? Okay. The children of thy elect sister greet thee, so be it. Okay, this is what I wanted. And the Spirit of the Lord fell upon me and said unto me, Speak, thus saith the Lord, thus have ye said, House of Israel, for I know things that come into your mind, every one of them. Ye that have escaped the sword, go away, stand not still. Remember Yahweh afar off, and let Jerusalem come into your mind. Let Jerusalem come into your mind. So anyway, I think I proved my point.